go. Actually made this.
How y'all doing? How you doing? How you doing? I'm just now coming in. I don't expect nobody to be in here yet. But if you are in here, okay. I appreciate you. I appreciate you coming in that quick. You must ain't got nothing to do to be watching me right now. You know what I'm saying? So, as you can see from the title of the video, I'm just bored, bro. Like, I do have two designs that I'm gonna work on, but I'm not gonna work on those on stream. Of course, I'm gonna work on that steel curtains design. I did a little sketch to that earlier on my iPad, but I'm still not finished. I want to make sure I get that sketch right before I present that to people. And outside of that, man, I'm just chilling, man. I was just looking for an image that I can use for today to to basically give y'all that same tutorial exercise that we usually do. So I'm just trying to find like a bunch of like just random images, just to work on and shit. So we just looking. I'm finding stuff, but I'm not quite finding like, something that I actually like. That would be interesting. That would be interesting. I feel like I've seen this design before, and I think this would be an interesting one to do. Let's put that on the screen. So I've seen somebody do this before, but I kind of want to do my version to it. We're going to use this picture of Homer. And before we continue on that, let me make sure I'm actually live. I know sometimes I'll be on here, I'll be live and won't even know it. So give me 1 second. Let me check these sites. Let me check Facebook, Trovo. Okay, somebody just texted me and said I am live. So people can see me. I am live. Okay, hold up. Yep, so everything on Trovo is from yesterday. So I am on Trovo. Let's check Facebook. My son, if you're watching, what website are you watching me on? Because I'm on a couple websites. I don't know which one I'm live on right now. Let's check Facebook. website are you watching me on? Okay, I am live on Facebook. I'm live on Trovo. Let's check Twitch. Am I live on Twitch? Okay, yep. Okay, so I am live on Twitch. Let's check Behance. Behance, am I live? Live in the 305. Okay, yeah, I am live on Behance. Let me go ahead and hit that. So I'm live on Facebook, Trovo, Twitch, Behance. Let me check YouTube. I'm trying to make sure I'm live everywhere. YouTube, I'm live. And Instagram, I'll worry about that later. So, okay, cool. So, as you can see, Steel Curtains. Did Steel Curtains just say something? Oh, yo, what's good? What's good? Yo, Steel Curtains, if you are watching, I already started on the sketch for the Reptar character. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually present that to y'all tomorrow night. So tomorrow night, I will be presenting y'all the sketch live at around 7 p.m. between 6 to 7 Eastern time out here in Indiana, and I'll present that to y'all, and then y'all let me know if I get y'all approval. You know what I'm saying? Cause I got a crazy idea for that. Crazy idea for that. So I'm gonna put that together, and then we're gonna kind of just go from there. So the people who are watching, or if you're not watching and you're watching this video back, because people tend to watch back these videos on YouTube, especially. So if you are watching this video back on YouTube, what I'm about to do right now is do an exercise that I do every video. What I'm going to be doing is taking this picture right here and then retracing over this picture using the tools in Illustrator. This exercise that I'm about to show you is very good for the people who don't know how to use Illustrator. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get started. We are not using a crazy tablet, graphics tablet, pen tablet, anything of that nature. We are strictly using the straight up Adobe Illustrator program in order to do this exercise. So if at any point you get lost or anything within this, make sure you stop and ask a question. Let me know so I do not go past what you want to know. To all my people on Behance that's watching and you probably asking questions, because I got a couple emails from the people who watch on Behance. If you are watching and it is some information that you feel like you're missing, all you have to do is just email me, inbox me, or DM me on any of these platforms, just in case you are saying anything and I'm not responding to you. That's because I'm on like 6, 7 different platforms at one time. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started. As you see, I'm using the pen tool and the curvature tool. So I can show you a quick example of what that looks like when you use the pen tool and the curvature tool. The pen tool is what we'll be using to get all of our straight lines and our pointy lines like that. Let's delete that. And our curvature tool is what we'll be using for all our curved lines like that. Okay? So if you are new to Illustrator, I would recommend for you to at least know your ways a little bit around the program before you jump straight into this. I would say watch a tutorial that teaches you each tool before you watch this. But if you just want to jump right into the game, then this will be a good tutorial for you to watch, just in case you just want to learn just on the fly. So look, let me go ahead and turn this air off. We're gonna go ahead and get started. So first off, what I'm gonna do, what I would want you to do is drag your picture into Adobe Illustrator. As soon as you drag it in there, double click on layer 1. Once you double click on layer 1, a menu will pop up. Click template and just click OK. It's gonna brighten up your image. Hit that plus symbol right next to the trash can on the bottom right hand side of your screen to start a new layer. Once you start a new layer, click on that layer, and that's the layer we're going to be drawing on. So what you want to do is either you want to identify your project and see which tool you'll be using first. You'll either be using the pen tool or curvature tool, depending on how these lines are, or you could use your paintbrush if you just want to go ahead and just manually with your mouse go ahead and draw on there if you want to. But I would recommend the pen tool and the curvature tool because this is how you're going to get those extremely straight lines. Those extremely straight lines is usually what people want to see if they are buying a design from you. So let's go ahead and get started. So just from identifying this, I'm gonna use the pen tool to click all those anchor points. 1, 2, 3. And I'm gonna use the curvature tool to bend these. Bend it like that. Boom. Let me move that down a little bit. Now bend this line like that. To bend the line, all you have to do is just grab it and drag it like that. Now you see the shape still isn't fitting correctly. All I need you to do is click on these different parts of the line, just like that, and create more anchor points within the design. Create as many anchor points that you feel like you need to add in order to make this design as perfect as possible. Just like that. Boom. Let's go ahead and go around his eye. We still using that curvature tool. And remember, once you get to the end of what you're doing, all you have to do is click on the selection tool and just click off. Let's start a new line, and we're just gonna keep doing that through this whole entire thing. What we are also gonna be using is the shape tool, and I'll actually show you guys how to use that in 1 second. Let me just get these lines out the way. Let's get these lines out the way. They say Trayshawn Jamel Clark. Yo, shout out to Trayshawn Jamel Clark for coming in and hitting like on the stream. I appreciate everybody coming in quickly on the stream. Y'all know I just got started, so appreciate you. Now, to the people that's watching, sometimes what you want to do, you know, in order to save yourself some time, you want to use the shape tool in order to add shapes to your project. So this is for people who are also using tablets or anything. This shape tool is really going to come in handy when it comes down to getting those perfect shapes. So as you see these dots in his eyes, in order to get those perfect shapes, all you have to do is right click that shape tool and choose whichever shape you want to choose. I'm going to choose the ellipse tool, which is the circle. In order to get that perfect circle like that they usually have in the dots in the eyes on most cartoons, what you want to do is hold shift, click, and drag down. And that's how you get your perfect circle, just like that. I'm going to drag this circle over. And to resize it, just hold shift and grab whichever anchor point in order to resize that. They say, "What's good, bro? What's good, man?" Okay, I see my guy Cookies in the building. Shout out my guy Cookies for checking in, you know what I'm saying? Appreciate y'all checking in. All right. So what we doing right now, to my people that's just now checking in, we just doing the line work. If you already see my previous videos, you already know how this process goes. One of the first things that I always do personally is the line work of the project, which I think everybody does that. If you don't do the line work first and you just add the color first, I'm not gonna lie to you, you a different type of animal. I'm not even gonna lie, that sounds psycho to me, but yeah, it is what it is. But right now we just adding those lines. Now understand, using this pen tool and this curvature tool is not a walk in the park. I know I make it look easy to people because you know, I've had a couple people who followed behind my tutorials and they told me like, hey, that shit is very hard to do when when you first start doing it. But I guarantee you, if you practice and do these type of exercises, I guarantee you it will not be as hard as it looks. You just have to get yourself used to it, man. It's like riding a bike. Once you get to doing it and doing it and doing it, eventually you'll catch on. But you want to get yourself used to these. Let's go ahead and get it like that. Yo, shout out to they say how long you on, Damage. I'm not gonna be on that long. I'm probably gonna be on for I'd say 45 minutes to an hour. I ain't gonna be on that long. Like my average time, like 45 minutes to an hour. But let's go ahead and let's continue on this line work. Let's go ahead and go around there. Now remember, y'all, whenever you're using this curvature tool, do not be afraid to add a bunch of anchor points if you got to. I don't always add a lot of anchor points because I've been doing this for a long time, so I kind of know the swing of things. But I'm telling you, do not be afraid to add that shit if you got to. Now, what I'm going to be doing with this design is adding the drip effect. I'm pretty sure you've probably seen tutorials online of how to add the drip effect, but I'm gonna actually show y'all live. I think the only other tutorial where you can actually find how to do this effect is there's a designer named Chi World on YouTube. I think he's the only other designer that I've seen do it. Other designers, they either can't do it or they just don't have the patience to figure it out. But I'm gonna show y'all real quick. It's very easy. It just looks hard. Let me go ahead and get this collar. Get that t-shirt right. Boom, boom. Yo, shout out to everybody that's coming in and out. Okay, let's get his tongue. Now, this picture of Homer, this isn't an original picture. I can tell by the way it looks. This is something that somebody made. Let's get that. And let's get this little hair. Get that like that. Boom. Let's get that last hair and we are done with the line work. Okay, cool. So if you've already watched my previous videos, you already kind of know this part. What I'm about to, hold on, let me put a line to close off the bottom right here. Let's bend that line a little bit. Boom, just like that. Okay, so if you've been watching my previous videos, you already know the process of how I do this. Once I finish my line work, I make sure that all my lines is on point. I actually don't like his eyes because his eyes look like he's slow right now. Let's not do that. Just move the eye over a little bit like that. Boom. They say be right back. Yeah, just tab me up, man. If you gotta go, just tab me up. I ain't going nowhere. So what you want to do is once you get to this part is identify your project and think, do you need to add more lines or is this just good right here? Now we're going to add a little bit more lines. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add that drip effect. In order to add a drip effect, what I want you to do is grab your paintbrush tool and then set your paintbrush tool to whatever size you want it to be. At the top of the screen, right where you see where it says stroke, you're going to take your stroke either down or up. Always take it down so I can match the vibe of these other lines. And what I'm going to do is just start adding those drips to it. As a matter of fact, let me make those smaller. About right there. Let's add that. And I know what you're saying. How are you getting these lines that clean? Now, there's a trick to getting your lines this clean. What you want to do is double click on the paintbrush tool. As you can see right here on your left side toolbar, double click that, and then you'll see a meter. It's a meter that says accurate, smooth. It's right under the word fidelity. What you want to do is take your meter, take the dot on the meter and take it all the way up towards smooth. And that's how you get those smooth lines. So even if you do move in a squiggly manner or whatever, the line is still going to come out straight. You know what I'm saying? Now I'll show you what it looks like if I turn that off. So let me turn it all the way to accurate. Now as you see, when I make a squiggly lines or whatever, it's going to stay exactly like how it is. It's not going to straighten your lines up. So let me take it back up to smooth. And that's how we're going to get those smooth lines when it comes down to everything. Now on this drawing, I want everything dripping. I want his skin to look like it's dripping. I want his eyes to look like it's dripping. So let me get his eyes right. I want everything on him to look like it's dripping. Now I did a tutorial on this previously, but on my old channel after it got took down is has been gone ever since. So hopefully they don't see, the good thing about me this time is I'm not getting my channel took down a second time. I refuse. Every video that I'm creating, I'm saving, so they ain't gonna do that to me again. But yeah, like I did a tutorial on this before, and I'm talking about the tutorial got like 10,000 views. It was a very good tutorial, and I feel like a lot of people learned from it. But I guess I'm just gonna do it again in these lives. I might do it on an official video too, just in case people might want to learn this technique. But this is like basically how people add drips onto these designs. Now your drips are up to you. If you just want to add drips that's longer, if you want your drips to you know, be real small, it's all up to you. But you still want to use this exact same technique, whether how you know, no, depending on how you want your drips to look. It's the same technique. I start losing track of what the fuck I was talking about. Thinking and talking at the same time. Okay, let's make some drips at the bottom. You want to make a bunch of drips. Let's make some more on the skin. Make one right there. Boom. We just getting crazy with the drips. You don't want to get too crazy because then it's gonna look goofy. You know, you just want it to, you know, at least look like it's on point. Okay. I think that's enough. Let me know if I'm doing too much. I'm just trying to make sure I'm doing enough. I don't want to, you know, be being lazy with it. I want to make sure I'm making enough drips. I feel like I need some more up here. Let's move this one down about right there. Then let's make another one about right here. This picture of him being drunk I thought would be good for, you know, this whole dripping thing. Let's put another one right there. Just like that, boom. Okay, hold up. Let me check the sites. Make sure there's no questions. Yo, shout out my guy Bobby for sharing this video. I appreciate you, Bobby. That's my apologies not acknowledging you as soon as you shared the shit. You already know I'm on multiple sites right now, so I can't see everything that's going on. Acknowledging you as soon as you I just hit like on my shit, so when that like come in, hopefully it don't come in super loud. All right, so once you get to this point where you added all your drips and everything, let me add one more. Once you added all your drips and everything, what I'm gonna do is select the entire project. I'm gonna click on my brush menu right there, and I'm gonna click on basic. Yeah, that was mine, wasn't it? Yeah, that was mine. You didn't scare me that time. So I'm gonna click on basic on the brushes menu, so I can make all of the lines all the same type of lines. And what I'm gonna do is change them all to the same size. So I'm gonna change them to what, 0.75? Matter of fact, let me make that 0.1. Yeah, I want them to be a little bit thicker. Let's move that up. You don't want a lot of these lines intersecting with each other. Yeah, you want to kind of make sure these lines are separated to the best of your ability. Okay, and once you got everything set to how you want it, if you've been following my tutorials, you already know what to do at this part. But to all my people that's new who have never seen my videos, I'm gonna show you how we get into the next step. Once you have all your lines put together, what I want you to do is hit V to get your selection tool. Select this entire project just like that. Boom. Once the whole thing is selected, you should see it in color in this type of way. Once everything is selected like that, what I want you to do is go to the top of the screen and click on Object. Mind you, if you're watching this video from whatever platform you watching me from, you're not going to see these menus, but if you are following me on Adobe Illustrator, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. So like I said, go to the top of your screen, click on Object, scroll down, and click on Group. Boom. Go back to the top of your screen, click on Object, scroll down, and click on Expand. Boom. Now, once the Expand menu pops up, what I want you to do is just click OK. Don't change nothing. Okay, so now what I need you to do is go to your right side toolbar, click on the Pathfinder button, and then click Divide. Now, just in case you don't see that Pathfinder button, what I want you to do is go to the top of your screen, click on Window, scroll down to the P's, and click Pathfinder. Then that button will open. Once that button menu opens, just click Divide. And that's how you get to this step right here. Now, if you did this step correctly, what I want you to do is click off of your subject, like that. What I need you to do is grab your white selection tool, which is called the direct selection tool. If you can't find it, all you have to do is hit A on your keyboard, and that should take you straight to it. So let me hit A. And now what I want you to do is go through the project and start getting rid of all the lines that we don't need. So all you have to do is just click on the lines we don't need, and then just keep hitting delete till it's gone. Like that. Click, delete, click, delete. This is a fast way to do it. We just clicking and deleting the stuff we don't need. But I'm actually going to show y'all a faster way to get rid of these lines. So what we can also do is hold Shift and start clicking on those lines that we don't need. And as you see now, we can select multiple lines that we don't need. Now make sure once you're in the middle of this process right here, make sure you do not let go of Shift. Do not let go of Shift until you have all the lines selected that you want to get rid of. Once you have all the lines selected that you want to get rid of, what I want you to do is just let go of Shift and then just keep hitting delete. And that's how you do that. So if you want to move a little bit quicker, you feel a little bit more comfortable with what you're doing, all you have to do is hold Shift and just start hitting those lines. Just start clicking those lines, getting rid of everything we don't need. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's get rid of all them lines we don't need. And make sure you do not forget nothing. Nothing. Is a Homer look like he is sweating? Now I wanted to make it look like he is melting. Like literally melting. And actually that's the reason why I picked this picture, because it does look like he's sweating from being drunk or something like that. So that's the main reason why the idea came to my mind to make this a drip picture where every part of him is dripping. Now to the people who's just now checking in, we already did the line work. We are now getting rid of the access lines. And once you're on this process, make sure you get rid of everything that you don't need. Make sure you go through and make sure you got everything. Make sure you do not miss out on nothing. I think we got everything. So once you got everything, as far as all these lines, what I want you to do is hit your V on your keyboard, or just click on your black selection tool and select this entire thing. You see that? Now that this entire thing is selected, go to the right side of your menu, go to your right side toolbar and click on your Pathfinder button again. Click on that Pathfinder button, and this time what I want you to do is hit the button that says Merge. Boom. Once you hit the button that says Merge, that's going to merge all those lines, and it's going to get rid of any holes that you see in your project. So boom. Now that everything is merged, what we want to do now is we want to start coloring. So what you want to do is select this entire project again. Go to the top of your screen, click on Object, and scroll down to Live Paint. Once you get to Live Paint, hit Make. Boom. Once you hit Make, you've now prepared your project for coloring with the Live Paint Bucket tool. So now that you are on this part, what I want you to do is look on your left side toolbar and look for your Live Paint Bucket tool. The fast way to find it on your keyboard is by hitting K. Now, if you do not see a live paint bucket tool, don't worry about it. All you need to do is on your left side toolbar, click on those three dots on the bottom. All tools menu will pop up. Look in the paint section and then click on the live paint bucket tool. Just hover your mouse over it if you want to see the name of it. So let me click off of that. Now, the way that you'll know that you did these steps correctly, if you've been properly paying attention, when you hover your mouse over your subject, you should see everything highlighting in this type of manner. You see how everything is highlighting like that? Everything should be highlighting in this exact type of way if you did this process correctly. So let's go ahead and take our original picture. Let's turn that back on. Let's double click on that layer 1 again and turn off the template. Press OK. Now we're going to take that image and drag it away from our what we worked on. Let's make this smaller. So hold shift and drag it down. Now what we want to do, we want to take colors from this original image that we were using. So in order to take the colors from it, what I need you to do is click on your eyedropper tool. Your eyedropper tool is on your left side toolbar. It looks like a squirt bottle. It is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's the 6 button down on the right side of the left side toolbar. Once you click on that, click on whatever color you want to take from your subject. So we want to take his skin color, which is yellow. Click on that yellow. Grab your live paint bucket tool again, or just hit K, and let's start coloring in what we need to color in. You see that? We just coloring in the skin. All the parts where the skin are, we want to color that in. Now let's color in the blacks. I know the inside of his mouth is black and the dots on his eyes is black, so let's color that in. Grab our live paint bucket tool. Let's color that in. Hold on, did somebody say something? Oh, yo, shout out Grillo. Yo, shout out Grillo. Yo, I've been looking for you, man. I've been looking for you. I've been trying to, yeah. I've been trying to send you donations and everything, man. Almost every time I get on, you're never on. So I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Yeah, I appreciate you. I was looking for you. I was looking for you. That was either yesterday or the day before. I was trying to send you a bunch of donations, but I couldn't see if you was on or not. So yeah, I appreciate you, man. And don't get it twisted. I'm gonna keep coming back sending you donations. Every time I have some time. I don't always have time. You know, I got a life now. But if I see you online, I'm always gonna come through and show some love if I can catch you. But yeah, I really appreciate you coming in with that raid, that last time. Really appreciate that. So yeah. Shout outs to you for sending that on fire. I appreciate that fire. All right. So everybody that's just checking in, as you can see, we're just doing our design. We just adding the colors right now. Let's go ahead and add those colors. I know his 5 o'clock shadow on his face is like a brown. So let's color that in. Let's color in his tongue. Let's color in his tongue like that. Just like that. And then everything else is white, if I'm not mistaken. Everything else, like his eyes are white. Let's make sure all the drips are white, just like that. And then let's also color the inside of his collars. Let's make that like a gray. Just like that, boom. So yep, it's that simple. That's how you literally add drips to a project. Now let's say you looking at this project and you like, look, I want to be a little bit more detailed. I want to add some highlights and shadows to your project. This is all you have to do. So what I want you to do is lock all those layers and then click that plus symbol. Make sure it's on top of your new layer. Click that plus symbol and create a new layer. Now what you want to do is double click on your color box and choose the color black. Then press OK. So what I want you to do now is right click on your paintbrush tool and choose pencil tool. Right now what I want you to do is zoom in on those drips and just make shadows within those drips, just like this. See, we're gonna color around the lines just like that, and then come back around just like that. Boom. And see, the good thing about the pencil tool is it locks in the anchor points automatically. So you see, when I come around and I make that shape like that, Then I come back around. As you see, a circle pops up when I go to the original start point, and boom, it creates a automatically like that. So let's do one more, just like that. Come back around and boom. Now, once you have all of those, you can't see them, but don't worry about that. Select all of them just like that, and then just click on your color box. Boom, just like that. That's going to bring those colors in. Now, we want to make these shadows. So what you want to do is go to your opacity on the top of your screen, right where it says 100%. Click on that arrow right next to it and drag it down. Once you drag it down, that's how you're going to get your shadows. I'm going to take the opacity to 40 and just leave it like that. And we're going to do that for this entire thing. So if you do it this way, you will go by way faster than using the pen tool and the curvature tool. So yo, shout out Grillo for also sending the stay safe. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Grillo came in and showed love. So if you do see Grillo on here, make sure you send them send them donations, send them everything because they're a friend of me. If they're a friend of me, you could trust them. Send them as much donations as possible. Make sure you subscribe, follow them, do everything you got to do. Because anybody that's a friend of mine, you better treat them like royalty when they're around. All right, let's go ahead and select that entire thing. So yeah. Now y'all gotta educate me on raids. I feel like I want y'all to educate me on the raids. Like how strong does your audience have to be in order to do raids? You know what I'm saying? Because when Grillo did that for me, I've seen that happen for people before, but I've always been confused of how are people able to do that. Like, do you have to have a certain level of status, a certain a certain following? Like, how are you able to do that? Shout out to Winnie H420 for coming in. Akuma. Shout out to Cage Akuma TTV. He said you don't need a strong raid. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Cool. Because I kind of was wondering, do you need like a very strong audience in order to do something like that? You know what I'm saying? Always was kind of wondering like how is that possible? Because that raid helped me out. Even if you have one person you can raid out, I think you only need like level two. Okay, cool. I don't know what level I am. I'm gonna have to look into that because I don't know what level I am. I might be like level one or something. Because I think I might want to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I might see somebody that I feel like, needs some help with their audience or something, and I could, send a raid to them. You know what I mean? They say I always raid out even if it's just one person. You're level four. How do you know my level? Like, where's my level at? Where's my level? Yeah, because I don't really know how the whole level thing works. Yeah, like is the level? Matter of fact, let me go back to Trovo. Okay, I'm on Trovo. Where is the level? Oh, okay. I see it next to my name. Yeah, it's a purple gem. Okay, okay, with a number in. Okay, okay. So like, yo, like, what can I do like with my levels? Like, what is the benefit of like having a level four? Or is it no benefit? Or is it just a badge letting people know, hey, he done leveled up. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is the benefits of the level? Level four is just more mods, more emotes. Oh, okay. Okay, cool. Shout out to Quirsh PUBG. I appreciate you for coming in, checking me out, showing that love. Okay, if you say something, I'm not ignoring you. I'm just on multiple platforms. I'm trying to make sure I read everybody on point. Yeah, but Cage Akuma TTV, I appreciate you, man, for coming in. So the higher your level goes, the more emotes and animated emotes you can add. So what can I do to take my level up some more? You know what I'm saying? Like how can I get to level 100? You know what I'm saying? Like how can I get my level up like ultimate levels? Like you know what I'm saying? Like how can I get all the way up there? Hold on, let me see. Yeah, shout out to all the people watching on Trovo. Y'all already know I'm trying to build a consistent audience on Trovo. And to all my followers and watchers on Trovo, if you ever have any suggestions or any type of designs that y'all want to see me do live, all you have to do is just DM me and request it, or just say it in the comment section. Just let me know what you want to see. It says 6 is the max level. It's all done by different goals like Elixir, followers, and subs. Okay, cool. Okay, cool, cool. Yeah, because I am trying to learn the whole Trovo thing. It was a couple people who discouraged me though. They was like, yo, that Trovo, man, that Trovo ain't nothing, man. I was like, man, people don't use Trovo like that no more. I was like, hey, listen, Trovo been showing me love. I don't know why people don't like it. Yeah, but I had two people on Facebook tell me, man, Trovo ain't doing nothing, man. I was like, shit, Trovo been showing me love. I appreciate it. I don't know. They might have been player hating. Y'all let me know. They might have been player hating because Trovo been working good for me, man. Maybe I think what they was trying to say is like Trovo used to be bigger or something like that. You know what I'm saying? It's I love Trovo art community. You know something though is I don't feel like the Trovo art community really engages with each other. That's something that I've noticed. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll go to like different art pages and people that I see live, and I'll make sure I send them donations, follow them, and show them love. And I always notice it's like none of them really know each other. And I think a lot of that has to do with different languages and different countries and things of that nature. But like I don't feel like the community really engages with each other like that. It's a people just mad that the T500 got the base pay reduced. Educate me on that. Educate me on that. What? It used to be like a certain amount. They say it got the base pay reduced. Like, yeah. Let me know about that. Like, what all happened? Yeah, because there's people that's like that I spoke to, because I had a couple customers today, and well, I've heard like mixed emotions about Trovo. Like people are like, nah, I don't really rock with Trovo like that. And I was like, wow, I didn't even know what Trovo was a couple months, about 2 months ago. So I thought that was interesting. It says so before T500 used to have a incentive program, and you had no. It says so before T500 used to have an incentive program, and you had a base wage for being a partner. So how do you become a partner? How do you become a partner? Educate me on that. Like how do people become partners on Trovo? Is it like a certain rank you have to have and a certain following? I'm guessing. Because one of my friends, he is a partner on what you call that on Twitch. I want to say he's a partner. He just has a very high rank on Twitch. And he was telling me if I'm trying to build an audience on Twitch, he said I'm gonna have to do a lot of fighting. He said it's very hard to start a good consistent audience on Twitch. You have to already kind of have a nice little buzz and following. I think once I build my name up strong enough, I think I'll have a nice following on Twitch. I think people just don't know I'm on there yet because I already have a following. Yeah, to all my people that's just now checking in, let me show y'all real quick. I'm working on this Homer design. As you can see, this is the original image. I changed up the eyes and stuff a little bit, but right now I'm adding shadows using the pen tool. I'm adding shadows on a lot of the drips. Yeah, but Trovo, to me, I like it. I like how on Trovo, when you use it, I feel like everything goes. I feel like on Trovo, I could be cussing. I could do whatever on Trovo. I feel like it isn't as many restrictions as it is on these other platforms like YouTube and stuff like that. I don't feel paranoid when I'm talking on Trovo. Like I don't feel like if I say the wrong thing, they're gonna kick me off. If I say a cuss word, they're gonna try to slide me out the game because that was my whole issue with YouTube. I was monetizing everything on YouTube, and literally because I reacted to a video, they erased my account, and I still don't think that's fair. I still don't think it's fair that if a larger channel reports my profile, that they can just take away my profile like that. I feel like all those years of stuff that I worked on, there's no way another channel should be able to have that much power to just get rid of my channel like that. And I feel like that's wrong. And I honestly feel like YouTube owes me an apology for that and compensation for just getting rid of my YouTube channel and all the money I was earning and stuff like that. I wasn't earning a whole lot of money. It wasn't like I was going viral every 10 minutes, but like I had an established channel that I've been using for years, and you can't just get rid of my stuff like that. It's all based on effective watching time, and I like Trovo because you're not locked out by an affiliate scheme. It says Grillo Visky is hosting you now. Shout out to Grillo for hosting a brother. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, Grillo, for coming in and showing love. I really, really appreciate that for real, for real. Yeah, but I gotta ask Cookies, is he a affiliate? I mean, not an affiliate, a partner. It's a Twitch is good, but a lot of people will struggle to get average 3 views for affiliate. Yeah, like see Twitch, just from all the people I've spoke to, they just tell me all the time like Twitch is just very hard to build an audience. Like you have to have like an established name if you want to keep those consistent viewers. And a lot of people who pretty much took over, sites like Twitch is a lot of the girls. A lot of the girls, who, do a lot of showing out, you know what I mean? They kind of took over. They took over and it kind of, I guess people feel like it compromised like the integrity of the platform. Like, now they just feel like a lot of people just literally go to the platform just to watch girls sit half naked and play games. So I guess that's the reason why a lot of people have like a problem with the way that the platform is functioning nowadays. It's not hard. It's just Twitch don't give a shit about what women do on there. Yeah, 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 yeah. Cause like, yeah, yeah. Cause that's what I was hearing. It was like, okay, so they basically say like, so basically, if you say like the wrong thing on these platforms, they're ready to cancel you and basically slap you off the platform or whatever. But it's like it's literally women on there that's literally getting half naked and showing all type of whatever, and then they don't even get took off the platform. But I could actually tell y'all why they do that. They do that because they watching them women too. They like we not getting rid of these women. We watching them too. That's what I really think that is, and I do feel like there's probably legit people sitting around watching these certain channels that they don't like, and they're probably waiting for something to happen that they don't like so they can get rid of you. So I wouldn't be surprised. It's a women make Twitch bank. Yeah. Yeah, because a lot of times, a lot of those women, a lot of those gamer girls, a lot of them, like what I think it is, there's so much people watching for them. You have to think about how much money they're probably making off of these girls. Which in reality, I feel like a lot of these girls really need to create their own site. You know what I'm saying? Create their own site and have people pay to come to their site. I think that would probably be a lot smarter. But they probably have like deals and whatever with these websites, and that's probably the main reason why like a lot of times these websites probably pay these women so handsomely. Like start twerking and shit. You can make $10,000 tonight. A lot of these women may stay there. You know what I mean? It's a but no, it's a they have their own as well. Most of them have OnlyFans too. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I didn't think about that. Yup, because a lot of them could have their OnlyFans pages that they taking people to. I didn't think about that. Yup. See, that's the thing. I'm not really educated on OnlyFans like that. Like, I mind you, I've only been to OnlyFans a few times. Like, and I just don't really understand the whole premise of paying to see you if I could just see you on, uh, you know, the adult sites. If I could just see you on the adult site, why would I pay you to see you on these OnlyFans? I'm not seeing nothing exclusive. It's just a saying. And then I heard that the women on OnlyFans are scamming people. They not even really getting naked. Listen, if I come to pay top dollar, I better see some hollers. You know what I mean? Yeah. It say I used to use OnlyFans before it was pretty much porn. Yeah, see, excuse me. I think a lot of people who because a lot of people they wasn't going to OnlyFans, for the adult content. A lot of people was going there for like more elite advice and stuff like that. So like I heard like on OnlyFans, it'll be like certain like people with like extremely valuable information on there. You can subscribe to like their OnlyFans, and then basically you can get like exclusive information. Like you can learn how to, like I know a lot of times like people they'll go there to learn like credit strategies and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? And then basically, people start finding out that local females is getting on there. They're like, oh yeah, people start subscribing to OnlyFans for a whole different thing. But yeah, it's crazy. They say when I first used to use it, it was for crafts and tutorials. Yeah, yeah, it was for tutorials and stuff like that. Yeah, because I actually see well, that was how I originally heard about it, but I think it just got corrupted with all of the adult stuff, and that's basically what took it to a whole different level. But me, I ain't hating. If the women on there doing good, get your money. But I always tell people, everything comes with a price, especially adult content. You doing adult content, understand that comes with a price. And whether it may feel like it's nothing to you now, but eventually, you go around showing your body long enough, it's gonna catch up with you. And I hate to hurt anybody's feelings, but I just at least want to be real with all of my young ladies out there. If you're out there doing adult content, understand that it will catch up with you one day. Trust and believe. People is watching that stuff, and one day, you might want to go do something normal in your life, and then one day, next thing you know, people coming up to you, treating you like you're a streetwalker, and a lot of that comes from creating that type of content. Which I'm not against that type of content, but I'm just against people doing that type of content without knowing what comes with that. You know what I'm saying? Are not being able to accept what comes with that. You know what I'm saying? If you conduct yourself with that type of content, understand that it will come back and bite you in your ass in the future. Okay, cool. So as you can see, we got all the drips done. We just added all those little shadows and the drips. So what we're gonna do now is add some highlights. If y'all watch my last previous video, well, if you watched my video from yesterday, you definitely seen how I add highlights. So what I do is I just select a project like that, just click on it, go to the top of your screen, click on object, scroll down to expand, and then click expand, and then press OK. Once you press OK, now all of your colors have been expanded. What I want you to do now is click on your knife tool. If you don't see a knife tool, do the same thing that I told you to do earlier to find your live paint bucket tool. Click on those three dots on the bottom and find your knife tool. Now what we're going to do, we're going to start doing some cutting. All right. So what we're going to do is just cut right there. Just click and drag just like that. Boom. and we're going to click and drag just like that and go all the way up. Boom. Now, in order to change the colors of those edges, let's click off of that. Let's use our white selection tool, or you can just hit A, and then let's go ahead and click right there on what we just cut. Double click on your color box and take that color up. I know Simpsons takes it all the way up to like white. Boom. Let's do that for the entire project. So let's go ahead and click into here. Let's whip out that knife, whoop, whoop. And let's go ahead and cut like that, boom. Once we cut like that, let's use our white selection tool, click in there, and let's use our eyedropper tool to get the same color as our last one, boom. And we're just gonna do that through this entire project, because we want this to look a little bit more detailed. We want this to be nice and clean. Let's go ahead and use our eyedropper, boom. As you can see, when you add those highlights, just look at how much cleaner it looks when it's more detailed. When when you add those details, those highlights to your subject. I always recommend that people add highlights and shadows to a project, but understand you do not have to do it. So a lot of projects that you do, especially for clients, people are going to tell you they don't need it. So if it's not asked for, you don't want to be giving somebody something that they don't want. So let's go ahead and get the beard. Let's go around like that. Boom. Let's click off of it. Click in it. Let's take that color up. Right there. Let's do the same for the bottom. Let's get the cutting. Now understand, using this knife tool is not easy. I'm not going to sit here and lie to y'all and have you thinking this is easy to do. This knife tool, you have to get yourself used to this. That's why I always recommend that you start working on projects kind of like what I'm doing right now. Start finding you some projects you can trace on to get yourself comfortable with using this tool, because this tool is not a game. You will be stressed out using this knife tool if you don't know how to use it. So make sure you get you some practice in. Let's fill that in. That yellow. Boom, right there. Now, of course, we can't add that to the white. Let's add some to the tongue. Just like that. Boom. Boom. Let's click off of that. Let's take these colors up. I'm going to turn this color off. I don't really like that one. Just turn that off like that. Boom. And then, it's all really a preference thing. You can add highlights and shadows to wherever else you want to add highlights and shadows. I'm going to actually add some shadows, a little bit to his eyes and a little bit to the back of his head. As you can see, they did add shadows to this original image. You can see they added it around his eyes, kind of around the collared shirt. We're going to kind of do it sort of like this. I'm just going to do it in my own way. So what we're going to do is add another layer. We're going to choose our curvature tool. Let's change that color all the way to black. And remember, when you add in shadows, you want to work on the outer edges of the design, right? So as you can see, when I'm using my curvature tool, I'm staying within these black lines on the outside. Let me turn the color off on the color box so y'all can see what I'm doing. If you see those blue lines that I'm adding right inside of the outer edges of this character. You see that? I'm just taking these right around. Taking these right around, just like that. Let's go ahead and go around his drip. Let's go around the back of that head. Now let's go around the collar. Now you want to be moving as fast as possible when it comes to this type of process. Don't be taking your time going too slow. But if you gotta go slow, do what you gotta do. Now we're gonna start taking the lines back. Let's go there. Let's go there. I know that they had it with his mouth. I don't think it's that necessary to use his mouth. Matter of fact, let me look at that one. Yeah, because they did do his mouth. They went up, around, and around. Let's do that. They went up, down. Let's see, they went around and then up to his eye. So boom. Let's go up to his eye. Boom, boom, and into the top of his head. Boom. So now what you want to use is once you connect those anchor points, you use your curvature tool to start curving. Let's start curving all the way through. Start curving all the way through there. Let's take this around like that. What we want to do is have this curving around just like that. Boom. Now, in order to add the shadows on there, what you want to do is add your color in, and we're gonna do the same thing as last time. Just grab your opacity, click on that arrow right next to it, and let's take it down, just like that. Take it down to wherever you're comfortable with. Let's go down to 10. Okay, now that 10 is all right, but if you want to make the shadow more like his color, what I want you to do is click on that shadow that you have, that you just created. On the right side, on your right side toolbar, click on the button where it's two circles integrating with each other. It's called the transparency button. Click on that. Now what I want you to do is, it's a button that says normal. Click on that button and now scroll down and click on soft light. Boom, that's how you're gonna get your color shadow. Now what you wanna do is take your opacity back up. Boom, once you take your opacity back up, now you see the shadow is now a little bit more of his color. I'm gonna take this shadow down. I don't want it to be too orange. Let's take it down to about 50%, and boom. Now you see his shadow is a little bit more like his color, and his shadow is not interfering too much with the shadows on the drips. So matter of fact, let me add another one right here on the collar. Let's add another one right there. Let's take that down. And so we don't have to do that whole process again. Just click on your eyedropper tool and click on that other shadow down there, just so we got the same one again. And as you can see, the shadows disappear when you add the soft light to it on the white. In order to do that, what we're gonna do is, once again, we're gonna grab that knife. Grab that knife and cut and separate the white from the colors. Just like that, boom. Once you separate them, click off of it, use your white selection tool to click on that. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the soft light off of these to where you see the shadow, and let's take it back down to 20%. Well, I'll take it to 10%. Let's leave it like that. And that's how you have your shadow. Let's add another one on the other eye, and then we're done. Let's go ahead and get this back down, about right there. And boom. Let's grab our curvature tool, curve it like that, and boom. Let's use our, our eyedropper tool. Click on our other one. Let's use our knife to cut in that white. I think the other one needs to be cut too. Let's check. Yep, this one needs to be cut too. So let me cut that right there. Boom. Let's come around. I got to cut on this drip too. This is going to be very hard to do. But you have to have patience and skill. You have to have patience and skill when it comes down to this. So what you want to do is make sure you're real patient with your cutting. And if you mess up, Command Z. This is just in case you mess up. Command Z. Hold on, let's go straight. Let's go up. Now, mind you, I don't expect anybody new to be doing this. This is strictly for the people who are already kind of used to using the knife, because this will not make sense for you if you have not used the knife before. Because these lines may look like some chicken scratch, but trust me, it will make sense in the end. Okay, oh shit. Command Z. Boom. Uh-oh. Still not right. Come on. Ah, the perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay. So the way you'll know you got it is if you click off and you click on the white. Boom. It should only be selected in there. Let's select the other one. Boom. Now let's use the eyedropper tool. Let me select that again. Shit. Okay, cool. Now let's use the eyedropper tool and let's get the shadow off the white. Boom. And look at that. That easy. Now we added shadows to all the whites. We add the shadows to the colors on the skin. We added shadows to the drips. We added highlights to the skin and everything else. Of course, we can't add highlights to white. That wouldn't even make sense. But yeah, now we're done. So do we have any questions? Any questions for the master? Any questions? Because if we don't have any questions, I'm done, baby. I'm done. I've to all my people who enjoyed watching this video, all I'm asking you to do is just hit like, send a donation if you want to. I'm not tripping if you don't send a donation. I'm not broke. Make sure you subscribe to all of my channels. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you are watching this on YouTube, make sure you go ahead and drop me a like and a comment and let me know if it's anything that I missed out. If you feel like I missed out on something, if there was some information that I moved too fast for you, or if you need a one-on-one session from me, all you got to do is just DM me, email me, and just contact me on any of these platforms, and I will make sure that I go ahead and properly help you guys out and make sure that I'm not leaving you astray. Now, tomorrow we will be working on the Steel Curtains logo, which is going to be the Reptar. So I want you guys to stay tuned for that. Tomorrow I will be on here right around 7 p.m. Eastern time. So I want y'all to come check in and we're going to do this exact same thing. I appreciate everybody coming in. Shout out to Grillo. And shout out to Cage Akuma TTV. Shout out my guy Cookies for coming in. His name is Hang Tulo. Make sure y'all show love to Hang Tulo. Shout out to all my people on Facebook that came and checked in and showed love. Shout out to my guy Bobby for sharing the video. Shout out to everybody on Twitch. Shout out to my kids that's watching. Yo, I see my kids watching on Twitch. I appreciate y'all. Shout out to all of my people on Behance. I see 7 people watching. I appreciate everybody on Behance. And to my people on Behance, if you are watching, only thing I'm asking y'all is please put a comment and let me know that y'all in there. There's a lot of people that's watching on Behance and they just watching in silence like some serial killers. I'm asking y'all, please stop doing that. It's creeping me out. And everybody on YouTube, I appreciate y'all for coming in and checking out. My YouTube views are slowly going up every day. Yesterday I hit 100 something, and the other day I hit like 300 something. So I appreciate everybody that's coming in on YouTube. We slowly building, y'all. We slowly building. I'm telling y'all, I got a good feeling that within another month or two, we can probably start getting into the thousands. But if y'all have any questions or any request of any type of design that y'all want to see me do, just let me know, because I damn near know how to do every type of design on far as graphic design. So I appreciate you.